Blackstone Audiobooks presents Beowulf, a prose translation by R.K. Gordon. Editor's note. Arguably the greatest achievement of Old English literature, Beowulf was composed by an unknown, possibly Northumbrian poet during the 8th century, and is the earliest extant heroic epic in any European vernacular. It has been preserved in a single manuscript dating from about 1000 AD. The work was written in Old English alliterative verse, predating the influence of the French language and literature, which began with the Norman conquest. The present translation, by R.K. Gordon, is sensitive to the syntactic complexity of the original and preserves the many kennings or compounds so intrinsic to Anglo-Saxon poetry. The events described in Beowulf are set in the 6th century and already belonged to a lost heroic age at the time of original composition. Stylistically and thematically, the poem belongs to the Germanic heroic tradition, with its emphasis on fealty, courage, and vengeance for crimes against one's family or community. The poem contains references to Wayland, the smith of Teutonic legend, and to Sigemund, the Volsung. Alongside these pagan elements is a strain of Christian sentiment often argued to be a revision of the original poem. Whether or not that is the case, the elegiac tone and the sense of weird, fate, are so dominant, the outcome of events is often described before the events themselves, that the poem maintains a compelling unity. The narrative itself falls into two halves. The first part takes place in Denmark, where, coming to the aid of King Hrothgar, Beowulf fights the monsters Grendel and Grendel's mother, said to be descended from the outcast Cain. The second part is set in southern Sweden, where, after the death of King Hygelac and his son Hardred, Beowulf has ruled in peace and prosperity for 50 years before being called upon to combat a dragon that is terrorizing the country after having its treasure hoard looted. Beowulf blends a fairy tale narrative, Grendel, his mother, and the fire-breathing dragon, with considerable historical material. Although Beowulf is not himself an historical figure, his lord Hygelac, king of the Geats, or Weders, was a southern Swedish king who fell in battle in the Rhineland between 512 and 520 AD. The Danish king Halfdane, Hrothgar's father, is also probably historical. His
Sample complete. Ready to continue?